Gains Tax Solutions podcast. We're doing a short video today on your living trust versus the deferred sales trust. For those who don't know me, my name is Brett Swarts. I'm founder of Capital Gains Tax Solutions. One of the most commonly asked questions we receive from our clients or those considering using a deferred sales trust is this: does my living trust need to be updated, and or do I even need a deferred sales trust if I have a living trust? And so let's answer the second question. Yes, you do need a deferred sales trust even if you have a living trust. Remember, living trust is all about probate, making sure that your assets that you have are passed properly to those you want them to have them. So if your parents, mom and dad here, and you pass away and you want your assets to go to your kids. And so the deferred sales trust is all about deferring capital gains taxes on the exit of highly appreciated assets. So if you're selling cryptocurrency or business or real estate, you want to save a failed 1031, a primary home, you want to defer that capital gains tax. That's why a deferred sales trust is set up. However, you want to make sure that you properly have the trust interacting with your living trust, the deferred sales trust with your living trust, so that things go the way that you want them to go. So for example, the deferred sales trust has a promissory note that's going to pay you back. That is actually your asset. Remember, you are borrowing, you're allowing the trust to borrow from you, and the trust owes you back the money. And so what you actually own is a promissory note. Remember, you became the bank, whereas the trust itself is separate. So I want you to picture a big box, and that big box is your living trust, and you're putting your assets into the living trust. And one of those assets is a promissory note, but the deferred sales trust is outside of that because you don't own that. And that's necessary for tax deferral, right? This is how this works. But what you do have is that promissory note that you want to fund. So how do you go about doing that? Well, step one is if you already have a living trust, you want to update the promissory note to reflect it being the trust paying the living trust back versus just you individually. If you haven't set up your promissory note yet in your deal, then you want to provide the living trust information to Capital Gains Tax Solutions so that we can properly have the promissory note titled correctly to your living trust. And so I know that's a whole lot in a short video like this, but I just want to give you the difference between the two. If you have any questions, you can go to capitalgainstaxsolutions.com. And we also have our free mastermind every Friday. You can join us at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 1 p.m. Eastern, where we go through these details and these frequently asked questions all the time. Thanks so much for watching this video, and